Welcome to Patel Trades. This is the foreword to the live trading that will start being recorded and uploaded tomorrow. I started this journey really back in August, so I just want to make a quick video and catch everybody up and document what that looked like. So I've got my TradeZella dashboard open here, and just a little background. I am a commercial broker here in Denver. I commercial real estate broker here in Denver, and I've spent some time in the stock market, in the COVID era when everyone was euphorically winning on their trades. I had some experience then, but really just been focused on real estate. But I like numbers and I like charts. I like underwriting deals, and I think something kind of made me want to gravitate into options trade besides the to make money. Um, so back in August, I just stumbled kind of upon the idea. I had some money in a brokerage account. I was like, maybe I'll mess with this and figure it out. So I used ChatGPT to develop a strategy and had some beginner's luck, some beginner's loss, but really was like, wow, I could, potentially do something with this. I usually don't go to the office around 9 or 10 o'clock here, and the market opens at 7:30 in the morning. So I was like, okay, maybe I could trade and then go to work, and that would be it could be a good way to have another stream of revenue. So we started on a Schwab account with some money that I had, and I'll show the details here. But basically, through some quick trial and error, I lost $80, but I was really excited. And a good friend of mine who trades options pretty modestly and has been for about a year and knows me well, warned me, be careful. It's a slippery slope. Although there's great opportunity, there's great risk. I didn't listen to him, and so the next week I dove back in, and I think that's when the market wanted to teach me something. So I had some beginner's luck and made a couple $100, and then repeated that to basically a point where I was up about $500 in the Schwab account. But then I got flagged as a pattern day trader. And I don't have $25,000 in that account that I was trading with. So that pretty much put the halt on things. But my friend I told you about gave me a referral to Webull. So I took the $500 of profit I had, put it in Webull, and then proceeded to lose that in a week. And just for kind of all the things we'll talk about, other than what you probably already know if you've been trading, which is that this is 80% psychological and 20% technical, very much like the high ticket sales of commercial real estate. But I learned those lessons, and I decided I would document everything, have been journaling everything, and didn't want to make those same mistakes. I want to treat this like a business because I would like to see it become profitable. Hence the name of the channel of this journey, getting to 20,000 per month. So, anyways, let me just kind of open it up and walk through. I think right away you can see I made 32 losing and 17 winning trades in August. Um, and we'll just kind of go through. Okay, so you can see in the month of August of this year, I lost $727. That was over nearly 50 trades, 49 trades, and a win loss of 1.04, which from TradeZella, they determined that a one or better is a winning system. So I've just got a barely winning system here coming out of August. And although I lost money, I did consider that tuition to the market, and really took this journaling thing seriously so I wouldn't make the same mistakes, so that I could build a system around making this a profitable business. You can kind of see a ton of different analytics right off the bat here, but the ones that I really like, that day is kind of blurred out, but whatever. So here is that first day of trading at the bottom. I'm going to kind of try to keep this a secret. So I literally went into Schwab based on a Chat GPT explanation on kind of how this all works, and I figured it out. Calls when it goes up, puts if you think it's going to go down, you just got to know which way you think it's going to go. And that's kind of where you could, research your face off and never make a trade, or just kind of learn the hard way by liquidating all of your accounts. And so I'm a learn by do kind of guy. But I'm not like independently wealthy to the point where I can just start losing tons of money. I'm actually here to make money. So anyways, I lose that $80. I talk to my friend. He's like, be careful. Okay. I'm going to go back at it. So I go back at it and I have a pretty good week. I mean, $400 in a week. Um, I think this trade right here I actually made on the golf course. So I'm just like, oh my God, this is it. This is how you do it. I'm up 453. So I actually took this 453. I added $47 and started a Webull account, um, which I found not only was a more favorable platform to the type of trading I want to do, but I also couldn't trade in Schwab anymore. So maybe Thinkorswim is better, but I can't do that right now. So I have $500 in a Webull account. I start the account and I lose all that money. Yeah. This is pretty great. I can walk you through it. So, you know, the as you can see here, I only took a couple of trades these days and a few more on these days, but like I lost money. I was basically break even. And it was all fear. Like I was literally more focused on how much I was losing in a given minute without even considering the stop loss I had predetermined, and would get like stopped out at or below break even basically, right? And then of course see the trade move in the direction that I was expecting, and potential profit just like go away, which is where you started to see here 5 trades. I was only doing 2, now I'm doing 5 because now I'm revenge trading, trying to get back in, chase those profits. Very slippery, bad behavior. This day I was actually traveling, and what's funny is I actually decided to trade while I was on the plane, and I actually made 50% on a contract. But I bought 3 of those contracts, and for some reason thought, oh, they'll keep running. So I set the take profits super high. Don't move the stop loss up into already profitable territory. You can tell where this is going to go. And the next day I go golfing with my dad, and they like all pretty much bottom out, and it becomes a huge loss. And now I'm like, wow, hey, I just started trading, a little bit down, but I'm learning to, damn. So I decided to add money to the account. And I've now transparently, including my $500 of profit, have invested $2,000 into this account, which, now you can see that I lost 728 in August. So, that was my tuition to the market. It's not something that breaks me, but, wasn't something I was really wanting to continue the trend on. However, I still had some learning to do. So I come into the next week where after I had added some money, break even emotional trades, break even stop losses hit, revenge trade, right? Calm down, take it easy, follow your system. I actually took this trade from my car while I was showing a property, like before the client got there, which is so dumb because I actually didn't even have live quotes on my phone. So this was lucky. But at least the system that I was formulating started to prove. Until to this day where greed and FOMO overtook every single emotion or system that I had placed, which then was the cause for this day where I was literally just like, okay, I'm just going to make a winning trade and close this week out, because I had actually already at this point purchased a small whiteboard with like dry erase dates on it. So I'm like staring at this calendar next to my refrigerator every day, thinking that it's going to be like this week, and it's like this week. And I'm just like, damn it, I got to have more green days on there. And, I know what I'm doing wrong. I just need to get more kind of time in the market, right? So I can work with those emotions in that environment. You can't really recreate it. So, anyways, that didn't really matter because the next week comes along and I just get pummeled. Okay. This day I was actually up $100, but I don't really know what happened. I basically blacked out. Next thing you know, I'm down 100. Got stopped out, made a bunch of trades, and basically I lost money and then made a little bit of money back. Lost money trying to pursue. I was up and then down. Sorry about that. I'm like not good with this mouse. And yeah, I mean, I think if you just look at the number of trades on these losses, I mean, not always, but for the most part, there's more numbers of trades on bigger losses than there are, when I'm winning. Doesn't take a lot, right? So there's a system here. So this is basically what happened through August. And now I will load up September, and let's walk through quickly what that looks like in the next video.